Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Sunday. Hope your weekend has been going well so far. Welcome to another Hyperion Mornings broadcast. Here with you, it is August 4th, 2024. Hope your week has been off to a phenomenal start, your weekend, I should say, and hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day today. Before we get moving on here with today's show, want to send out our thoughts to everybody here in Florida, up and through Georgia and the Carolinas for tropical wave with, I think it's tropical storm now. Debbie looks like it's going to become a category 1 hurricane by the time it hits landfall sometime early Monday. Just wishing our best thoughts for everybody in that path along the west coast of Florida. Like I said, on up through the Panhandle, the Big Bend, Georgia, the Carolinas. It doesn't look like it's an awful storm, but these things are always tricky, and there's always some difficulties that you have to deal with. These over here, we are on the east coast of Florida. We probably won't see too much of it here. Maybe some rain, maybe some wind. There are some more tricky things, but through central western Florida, and again, the Panhandle and the Big Bend of Florida, and then it'll pass on up the East Coast. That could be tricky for everybody. So keeping good thoughts for you all, that you all stay safe, that everything goes okay through this all for the next couple of days. We'll be with you in good thoughts. That's for sure. So let's go ahead and move on to today's show. What's good today? What's happening? What are you feeling fantastic about as we move on through this wonderful weekend we've had so far? I do want to bring up a couple comments we got off the air from a couple of our wonderful listeners. Lori hit us up on YouTube and said, enjoying the morning shows. Thanks for sharing the positivity. Thank you, Lori. Sue in the UK also hit us up. She hit us up on Instagram and said, loving those new morning positivity shows. Great little addition. Was nice to see Michelle pop in yesterday, which was actually Friday. Yes, she made a little cameo that day. She said, keep up the great work. She also mentioned that she's sitting out in the wonderful weather and hitting up some of our past shows from way back in 2018. Sorry about some of those early shows, Sue, but thank you for listening. You're always such a wonderful listener, and we're looking forward to connecting with you sometime soon. And Tony's here live. Hey, Tony. He says, let's bring it up here. Good morning and happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you and the whole family. Tony, the Disney dad, chiming in as well. Thanks for joining us live, Tony. Really, really appreciate it. So what else is happening that's out there? I'll tell you what I really saw yesterday. It was yesterday morning. It actually happened before we did our show, but I just didn't get a chance to add it to what I brought up yesterday. But how about the Disney treasure floating out of the Meyer Werft shipyard out in Papenburg, Germany, and it's looking great, almost completed. They still need to put a little bit of stuff up on the upper decks that they couldn't fit within the shipyard where they were building it. But yeah, they'll be doing that over the next several days, and eventually they'll float that out up the Ems River and do their sea testing. But the debut of that ship, they're expected to be later this year. I think it's December of this year, but that's exciting. I'm so happy for those that get the chance to celebrate the Disney treasure very soon. We don't have a Disney treasure cruise booked right now, but man, we are thinking about it because some of the stuff that they've announced for that ship looks pretty good. And it's going to be sailing 7-day voyages, which we like the longer sailings. So that's exciting. What else is happening? Well, of course, we are all about the Olympics here. As a matter of fact, our show today, we are doing a show today. We will be recording that in a couple hours here. We are focusing on the Olympics, but a Disney little twist to the Olympics. We're going to be talking about Disney characters. What would you like to see them perform in the Olympics? Which characters would be great for the Olympics? And what event would they take part in? We've already received some wonderful responses from some of our listeners, including including Tony the Disney Dad, but with some others as well. And if you want to chime in, you still have a couple hours. You might be able to get through to us before we start recording, and we could add those to the show as well. Please hit us up. But as for the actual Olympics, well, it was a strong Saturday for the Paris Olympics, especially for some U.S. performers. Of course, Simone Biles comes through in the women's vault yesterday, the individual apparatus. She comes through with a gold and just dominated. She was spectacular. It was just so cool to see. Jade Carey came through for the U.S. as well, won bronze. And for Brazil, Rebecca Andrade still continues to impress. She's been fantastic so far. I think I said it a couple of days ago. It's just a shame for her because I really like her. I think she's very classy, and she's an awesome performer, an awesome gymnast. She's just run into, the GOAT, Simone Biles, and otherwise she'd be winning tons and tons of gold medals. But, hey, she's doing great. She's doing her best. She's getting silvers, and she seems really, really happy about it. Her story is fantastic about how she took on gymnastics at an early age. She is the one daughter out of, I think it was a household of 8 children, 7 brothers that used to help walk her to her gymnastics training classes like 2 hours away in Brazil. Just insane that these people put up do what they do to be as good as they are, and she is a great one for sure. What else? Steven Androsnik, Clark Kent again coming through on the pommel horse and winning bronze. He put up another fantastic performance, and he's been like it's just a viral smash these for the men's Olympic team. So good. Katie Ledecky, talk about another one of the GOATs. The 9th Olympic gold medal for her, this time in the 800-meter freestyle yesterday. That gives her 14 medals overall. She is such an amazing swimmer and is fantastic. 4 times in a row, 4 Olympics in a row, she's won gold in that event. That is impressive as well. That's incredible, as a matter of fact. So great for her. Another race we really enjoyed watching yesterday was, again, we talked about this. I think I talked about it yesterday, that the mixed men's and women's relay on track, how cool that was to have men and women performing on the same field at the same time. Love seeing that. Yesterday, that also took place in swimming, where the men and the women did I think it was it a 400 meter? I think it was a 400 meter medley, where each of the different swimmers, one would have to do the breaststroke, one would have to do the butterfly, freestyle, backstroke, etc. And it was interesting to see how these different countries did it. You didn't have to, like in the track, it was women versus women in each leg, men versus men in each leg. This was like, you just put them in whichever stroke you think they're best for, as long as it's 2 women and 2 men, and they go. So there was men in the pool at the same time as women and vice versa. It was really, really interesting to watch, and the U.S. did win gold in that. So congratulations to them. And again, I love seeing men and women out there doing this at the same time. I just think it's kind of fun. I think it's kind of interesting and new twist to the Olympics that I just really, really love. And I'm just, again, I can't say how much I've really loved the Paris Olympics so far. I mean, the venues are spectacular. Maybe it's because we love Paris. We've been to Paris a few different times. We really fell in love with that city. We enjoy it very much. And so seeing all these different interesting places where they're doing all these wonderful athletic performances and in just spectacular spots, it's just really been really fun for us, and we're really enjoying it. We have another week plus to go, and just can't wait to see what the next week holds, including what happens today. I know Suni Lee is on the uneven parallel bars today for another individual apparatus. I think that the men's 100 and track and field is today. Just more and more good stuff. This week is going to be another great week of the Olympics, and just happy for everybody that's out there and performing on such a great field and such a great place, and just can't wait to see what comes of it. So that's it. We've hit our 10-minute mark. I'm trying to keep these things not too long for you all, as much as I am very long-winded. So please deal with me. But thanks for everybody who's joined us this week, whether you've watched us live, whether you've watched us later on through the day. Really, really appreciate you. We're going to continue this on most every day. We're fighting a little sickness in the house right now. I don't know if you can see my nose is a little red, but been a little bit ill over the last few days. Scott got it first, Michelle next. Now it's me, but we're all dealing with it and we're getting through it okay. But we will continue this on, as much as we can. And we can't wait to bring you more of this Hyperion positivity every morning. So that's it. Have a wonderful Sunday. Have a great week. We will be talking to you, well, later today on the show. And then, of course, tomorrow morning as well. Bye, everybody.